multi-million-dollar fashion
Like, look how he
brand.
look, bro. He look broke, but he's a millionaire. Like, bro, it's okay. Like, I don't understand that. Like, it's okay to be humble, but dang, bro. You done got me fucked up. You done got me What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cook Up Tremaine, and I'm back with another YouTube video, bruh. And today we got how a part-time worker built a multi-million-dollar brand from scratch. And I'm not gonna lie, bruh, from the looks of it, bruh, I think this is dude who made Denim Tears. I don't know too much about, bruh, but he do look like a producer. I ain't gonna cap. So if y'all new here, leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Follow me on my socials on the screen. Next to link in the description as well. On the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get like 5 likes this video. Without further ado, let's get into this vid. Okay.
In one moment, you're working in retail, folding clothes, helping customers find their sizes, and doing inventory counts. Pretty normal job, right? But life can change. What if I told you that one of these retail workers would go on to build a multi-million-dollar fashion brand?
Like, look how he look, bro. He look broke, but he's a millionaire. Like, bro, it's okay. Like, I don't understand that. Like, it's okay to be humble, but dang, bro, put some hospitality in your shit, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, get you an edge up or some shit, a retwist or something. You look like you homeless, gang. Like, I don't understand that shit.
Become the creative director of Supreme and have his work displayed in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Sounds impossible. Well, that's exactly what Tremaine Emory did. How does a part-time worker become globally recognized from his $1 million brand? The year is 2003, and in a bustling J. Crew store, a young Tremaine Emory is learning the basics of retail. But this wasn't his first job. Before J. Crew, he was loading packages for FedEx, hustling to make ends meet. He even briefly studied filmmaking at LaGuardia Community College before dropping out. Like many young people trying to find their way, Tremaine was piecing together a living while searching for his path. Born in Georgia and raised in Jamaica, Queens, Emory grew up with a unique perspective on style. His father, a CBS News cameraman, and his mother made sure he was exposed to culture.
This nigga know, like, y'all, he may look like a lonely ass nigga, bro, but I promise y'all, this nigga be fucking hoes behind the camera, bro. I promise y'all, behind the scene, these niggas be fucking bitches, bro. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now.
An early age. From watching Pavarotti perform with the Harlem Boys Choir in Central Park to seeing Cats on Broadway, young Tremaine was absorbing influences that would later shape his creative vision. But let's go back to that J. Crew store floor. Surrounded by preppy American classics, cable knit sweaters, Oxford shirts, and khakis. Well, it's not exactly the breeding ground for revolutionary fashion you might imagine, but for Emory, it was a retail boot camp. He learned the fundamentals, how to manage inventory, how to interact with customers, and most importantly, how to understand what makes people buy what they buy. But here's what's interesting. While most people saw it as just folding clothes and
why do these niggas look so homeless, bro? Like, it's okay. Like, who? J. Cole, Jay-Z, like, I understand y'all gonna get some bitches regardless because y'all got money, but bro, come on, it's okay, bro. It's okay, bro.
Working the register. Emory was absorbing everything. He watched how different customers interacted with different pieces. He noticed how small changes in display could affect sales. He was learning the psychology of fashion retail, one folded sweater at a time. So at first glance, these were just jobs. But for Emory, they were building blocks for something much bigger. After J. Crew, Emory took a job at a liquor store in Queens, then moved on to Kate Spade in Soho. This was his first taste of a more upscale retail environment. Soho in the early 2000s was the epicenter of New York fashion retail, and Emory was right in the middle of it. During his breaks, he spent time at Union, the legendary store co-owned by James, who later found Supreme. This was where he started to see how streetwear and high-end fashion could intersect, but it was his next move that would change everything. The year is 2006, and Tremaine is walking into Marc Jacobs for a stockroom position interview. overview. Now let's set the scene. Marc Jacobs at this time was at its peak of cultural influence. This wasn't just another fashion brand. It was the brand that was bridging the gap between high fashion. Most people would be nervous interviewing for a stockroom position, but just imagine people walking in and finding not just the HR manager, but the company president, Robert Duffy, and Marc Jacobs himself.
What? That was in there? Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's like a 1% chance of that. What? That's crazy.
This wasn't standard procedure, but it showed something crucial about the company culture. Every position mattered. Every hire was important. That's how seriously they took every aspect of their operation. Speaking of showcasing, as a designer or creator today, one of the biggest hurdles is visualizing your work in real-world scenarios. Something Emory mastered over his career. Whether it's for a client presentation or your online store, seeing your design on
promo time. Oh, this nigga tried to hit me with a promo. Y'all niggas know I don't do free promos, gang. If y'all gonna pay me for a promo, my nigga, y'all gonna have to pay me, bro. The last video, bro, that nigga got me for a promo, bro. I'm still mad about that shit. No free promos, my nigga. Y'all know how I get down, bro.
When I spoke to her before she passed, she was like, do you think there's
I
any
didn't
way
try to
you
slip
went
me to your
back
promo.
to
You ain't
school that
slick,
you could
nigga.
get a bigger position at Marc Jacobs?
The Marc Jacobs year was transformative. Starting in the stockroom, Emory learned the intricate details of luxury fashion operations. Within a year, he was promoted to the sales floor. But what made Marc Jacobs different was his democratic approach. As Tremaine recalls, no matter where you
that boy got money, start eating, bro.
were, from the stockroom to the boardroom, you got the same clothing allowance every year. 12 garments and 2 pairs of shoes. It was about the clothes, sure, but it was also about dignity, about treating everyone in the organization with respect. It was a lesson in company culture that would stick with him even to this day. Probably he would have climbed more positions there, but life had other plans for Tremaine. In 2008, after witnessing the tragic death of his friend and barber Raheem, Emory knew he needed a change.
R.I.P. Raheem, bro. That's crazy, bro. I would never hope nobody would. Know what I'm saying? Lose no brother, no friend, bro. Know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
When his girlfriend was offered a position to open a new Marc Jacobs store in London, he saw this as his opportunity. London, 2010. Emory arrived in a city he barely knows. But sometimes being a stranger in a strange land is exactly what you need to reinvent yourself. And reinvent himself he did. He met A-Side at a Nike party. And that chance encounter would lead to the creation of No Vacancy Inn, a cultural collective that would blur the lines between fashion, music, and nightlife. The London scene was electric. Grime music was penetrating US culture. ASAP Mob was making regular appearances. Frank Ocean had moved to town. As Emory puts it, London was a petri dish where different voices were growing, interacting, and connecting.
And I said, Mom, I figured out some things. I'm working with this guy, Frank Ocean, working with this, me and A-Side, we're working with ASAP Rocky a bit. I'm working with this guy named Serge Becker, consulting for him, for his venues in London, and I'm working with Stussy, as consulting for them on design and marketing and parties. But this is very early, and I said, I think I've figured something out. Only thing my mom said was, I'm happy you figured out how to make a living doing what you always love. Because she knows I've always been into music and art.
No Vacancy Inn became known for its legendary parties, including one when Kanye showed up for a Yeezus listening session. So now Emory's was just throwing parties. Nah, that would be so simplish. He was building relationships that would shape the future of fashion.
Nigga, I ain't gonna count, bro. Kanye coming to your party, but that's like a you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Virgil started consulting for Stussy and began developing his own creative voice. Now, if you don't know about Stussy, you need to understand something. This isn't just another streetwear brand. This is the blueprint, the original. Before Supreme, before Bape, before any of the modern streetwear
I think I remember
giants,
Stussy.
there was Stussy. And Tremaine was about to become a key player in this modern era. And it started precisely with the party. Stussy hired Tremaine and Acid to DJ for Van's collaboration. But here's where Emory talent for turning opportunities into stepping stones came in. Instead of just playing music and collecting a check, he used this moment to showcase his understanding of culture, of how fashion, music, and lifestyle intersected. The party led to consulting work, and the consulting work led to something bigger. Stussy saw in Emory something
I do
special.
remember this. I
Someone
remember
who
this
understood
brand.
both the heritage of
I
the
never knew
brand
he made that brand, bro. I remember this brand now. That's crazy. I never knew he made that.
And where street culture was heading towards. They created a unique position for him, art director at large. Now he was traveling the world, connecting with artists, musicians, and creators. He was helping shape not just how Stussy looked, but what it meant in the modern era. One restructuring at Marc Jacobs led to mass layoffs in 2015. Tremaine took his 30,000 euros, severance pay, and invested it all into No Vacancy Inn. When that money ran out, he raided his pension fund for another 26,000 euros. This wasn't just risk-taking. It was betting on himself. Then came the Kanye years. Emory moved to LA in 2016 to work for Ye. But the relationship ended with him getting fired. As Emory puts it, a lot of people say,
Kanye be firing everybody, bro. Like, Kanye, he will fire anybody on the spot.
Hey, oh, if you got fired, you got fired. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm proud that I got fired by Kanye. I wear it as a badge of honor. With everything he had learned, from folding clothes at J. Crew to working with Kanye, was preparing him for his biggest move.
Like, nigga, getting fired by Kanye is also a, you know what I'm saying, a plus one.
August of 2019, after years of working for others, Tremaine Emory was ready to tell his own story. He then launched a brand that we all know as Denim Tears.
Denim Tears,
this wasn't just another
Denim Tears came out in 2019 and got big in 2020, bro. That's crazy.
Brand. Denim Tears was different. It was about telling stories through fashion, specifically the stories of the African American experience. Denim Tears wasn't born from market research or trend forecasting. It came from a deeper place. From history, from family, from pain, and from purpose. Remember how Emory's father was a news cameraman who covered stories across CBS News? Those influences were woven into the very fabric of Denim Tears. The launch was calculated for maximum impact. The first collection dropped on the 400th anniversary of slavery in America. The centerpiece, a pair of Levi jeans decorated with cotton wreaths. They were a history lesson about how the United States was built on slavery and the exploitation of black labor in the cotton fields. Or consider his reinterpretation of the Ralph Lauren sweater, where he replaced the American flag with the Pan-African flag colors. They were conversations instead of just clothes. The fashion world took notice. The Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute acquired 3 pieces from Denim Tears for the permanent collection. Think about that. From folding clothes at J. Crew to having your work in one of the world's most prestigious museums. But Emory wasn't done. In February 2022, he was appointed as Supreme's first ever creative director.
That's crazy.
A brand that had operated for nearly 30 years.
You see how low he started, bro? It's like, just keep working, bro. Keep working. I don't care, bro. I wasn't even finna wake up and record the video, bro. I don't care, y'all. I'm running off like 3 hours, 2 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep for my last 2 videos, bro. Y'all know, bro. Bro, I don't stop, but yes, mental health is important, you know what I'm saying? If I feel like I'm overworking myself, I feel like I need to get some sleep, you know what I'm saying, then yeah. But like I said, bro, I'm not finna be on nobody else's timing, bro. If y'all know I do stay with somebody else, bro, help me get up out of here, please. But yeah, I ain't gonna cap, bro, stay down, bro. This nigga was down. He became the Supreme Creative Director. That's crazy.
Is without a creative director was just changing its playbook. And who was he? The kid who started in retail. He had reached the summit of streetwear. Supreme Spring Summer 2023 collection was Emory's first at bat. The pressure was immense. How do you push forward a brand that's already at the top? How do you innovate while respecting a legacy? The collection was his answer. A perfect blend of Supreme's rebellious spirit with new cultural narratives. Though his tenure as Supreme would end in controversy over issues of systemic racism, it didn't diminish what he had built. So how does someone go from working retail to building a multi-million-dollar brand? Here's what we can learn from Tremaine's journey. Every job is a learning opportunity. I hate when people make fun of other people's jobs. It's corny, and for all you know, the work you're doing now can be preparing you for something greater in the future. Those years on the shop floor surely helped him pay his bills, but it also gave him something more. The understanding on how the fashion industry itself works from the ground up. Second, as we already saw, relationships matter. From meeting a seed at that Nike party to collaborating with Virgil. Emory's network became his net worth. Third, authenticity always sells. Denim Tears succeeded because it was about telling stories that needed to be told. His story is a reflection of his cultural heritage. With yours can be just as powerful. Take risks. We won't achieve anything if you don't dare to take that
risk,
leap.
bro. Like I said, I'm taking a risk right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? In life, you always got to take that risk if you want to achieve a bigger goal, bro.
Whether it was moving to London or investing his severance pay in his dreams, Tremaine wasn't afraid to bet on himself. Today, Tremaine Emory continues to push boundaries with Denim Tears, collaborating with major brands like Dior and UGG. His work is celebrated not just for its style, but its substance. He's proven that with vision, determination, and a willingness to learn, you can build something extraordinary from the most ordinary beginnings. Remember that J. Crew store? Sometimes the distance between folding clothes and founding a fashion empire isn't as far as you might think. Again, it's not about where you start, it's about where you're determined.
Bro, I cannot over how he look like some grumpy, I don't know, bro, but it's okay.
To go. By the way, the platform says if you like this video, you might want to check this one out next.
I'm not gonna lie, bro, it's okay. Oh, that gallery department video look insane, bro. I'm gonna have to rock with it. I ain't gonna count that video next, bro. But yeah, bro, if I enjoyed this video, bro, leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. You know what I'm saying? If you own a pair of Denim Tears, let me know down below in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Y'all forget to do. I love y'all boys, and I catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.